Hey everybody, this is Metalhead Nation 1021. I want to make a quick video real fast. It's pretty late right now, but I think I should just get this information out here. And I hope I'm not reading too far into this, but I thought it'd be some cool news and get some people excited. Recently, Mike has been doing a lot of interviews over the last year or so, I believe, because of the way that the music press kind of manipulates what he says, especially with things such as him leaving Dream Theater, which has been 10 or 11 years now, so I don't know why they need to keep riding on that, but I totally get why he doesn't do it. But he offered a pretty exclusive interview to Revolver magazine, and it was mostly about Liquid Tension Experiment 3, of course, because that's the next album that he's putting out. But reading it, I mean, it goes through just parts of the history of the band, talking about the new album a little bit. But what specifically caught my eye was at the bottom of this article, the last question that the interviewers pose is, and I quote, looking forward, can we expect that we won't have to wait until, say, 2041 for Liquid Tension Experiment 4? Obviously, that's a bit sarcastic about like the waiting time and whatnot. But Portnoy actually responds to something that immediately caught my eye, and I got super excited about. Portnoy responds, "Yeah, I think you could say that. And actually, our deal with Inside Out, the record label, is a 2-album deal. So we are planning on doing a follow-up. I don't know when it will be, but if I had to guess, I would say it won't be another 20 years until you get it." So I found that extremely interesting, because the way they've been marketing this, I guess, at least in my eyes, it seems like it was intended to be more of a, like, one last hurrah after 20-something years. I might have just been misinterpreting a lot of that, and I probably was, because now that I think about it, it does seem very likely that they'll continue this even just past another album after LTE3. I could imagine them doing this for maybe 4 or 5 other albums, at least in the future, maybe, possibly. I can be hopeful about that. But what we do know is that as long as this deal with Inside Out is fully committed to and everything goes as planned, we should be getting another Liquid Tension Experiment album sometime in the future. And as he says, it probably won't be too long from now. I'd think 4 or 5 years maybe at the most. That's maybe hopeful thinking, but I think that's the most likely time frame. Probably by around 2024, 25, or 26. Especially with a lot of the musicians getting up there in age, especially Tony. So, I mean, Liquid Tension Experiment 3 hasn't come out yet, and we already have Liquid Tension Experiment 4 to get excited about, which is pretty cool. So, another thing I guess would be about this article is obviously they've signed a 2-album deal with Inside Out Records, but again, once they fulfill that agreement, they may re-sign for another 2-album deal, 1-album deal, 3-album deal. I guess we don't really know at this point, but the fact that this writing is quite spontaneous, and generally takes a pretty short amount of time, like generally 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, or less, I would not be surprised to see another LTE album coming out relatively soon, and maybe even several others afterwards. Maybe again re-signing a contract with Inside Out, which does seem quite likely. So anyways, I just wanted to inform all of you guys that it looks like this isn't the end of Liquid Tension Experiment either. So after March, after you've listened to the album, just know that there's another album to look forward to sometime in the future if all things go as planned. So I thought that was some exciting news, and I would share that with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned this from me, or hopefully I was able to give you some more information, or at least some sort of analysis that you found interesting. Again, this interview is by Revolver magazine, so go check out the full article on their website. And again, it's about a month and a half until a new liquid tension experiment. So keep posted on that, and when that stuff comes out, when the whole album comes out, and probably even when the next single or singles come out, I'm going to be doing more analysis or discussing them on my channel. But I'll also be doing an unboxing of the liquid tension experiment. I guess it'd be the deluxe box set, which has the vinyl, Blu-ray, CDs, everything in it. So thank you for watching the video again. Keep posted on my liquid tension experiment and other rock and metal videos, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again. This has been Metalhead Nation 1021, and I'll see you in the next video.